Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Happy New Year to one and all. Hope everybody's, well, getting over the New Year's hangovers and putting the New Year's resolutions to good practice if you haven't forgotten about it and broken them already. Welcome back. This is the MRC show that never ends, of course. And we're here, 2023. We've just seen Tier 2 get us off and running with, what can best be described as a race that will be spoken about for a little while. It was absolutely incredible race. Great battles throughout the whole field. And now we've got the turn. Of course it is. The Tier 1 drivers ready to do battle around this bumpy and low grip circuit of China that they've reintroduced into this game, that they were going to go F1, but they are not anymore due to COVID restrictions once again. Before we get into reserve drivers and into qualifying, I would like to wish a Happy New Year and welcome to my partner in crime this evening. He's not only partner in crime in the commentary box, but he is on track, going to be in the other papaya man. It's only Mr. Monster. Good evening, sir.
Gong hoi fat choi, everybody. Happy New Year, as Hodgie says, and welcome to the chaos of this 2023.
It's chaos already. We're only on the second.
It doesn't wait for me.
No. But no, hope, how are you? Well, do you have a nice Christmas time away?
I did, yes, and hopefully if he's watching, someone might be watching the stream as well, a member of family, so yes, hello.
Good evening. Hope you are watching. Hope you're going to enjoy the action. If you saw the one already, then hope you enjoyed that. And then, yes, now we've got another one to go as well. So a lot of drivers out on track early doors, not wanting to wait. We've actually got. Let's have a look at the tyres. We don't normally do this, but yeah, I thought so. The blowhole himself is the first one on track, first one out, and he's on the medium tyres. So that's an interesting one. There was I.
Blowhole Bielsa, as I'll call him.
Yeah. Yeah.
He knows I'm having the banter. Obviously,
he does. We all do. That's all we do. Good evening, Ant. Good evening, Giban. And as we say, we've got some drivers stepping in this evening. We have got Mr. Calvin himself in an Alpine tonight. Another version, another blue that he's going to have. He's stepped up. We've got Giban once again. He's like our super sub, isn't he, as Giban? He races pretty much Tier 4 driver and races up there with Tier 2, Tier 1 very regularly. So best of luck to Giban. Hope he has a good race. We've got Ghost Rider in as well. He's in the pits currently. We've also got the red car, the Rambo's in it. And, oh, that's a beautiful looking papaya car. It's his favourite, so he's going to be a happy boy, I think, this evening. Who's going to be with us as well? So, a lot of drivers out on track, as we mentioned.
We got another one reserved, didn't we?
We have, yes. We have got one more in the other papaya.
Yes, and I hope he doesn't mind the present we left him in the back seat.
Yeah, don't pee in the seat, please, boys. Both you and Ryan. They're our seats.
Yeah.
So just treat the car nicely.
Or in Carl's case, can you treat it too sweet, please?
Yes.
As soon as you get the smack in the pits, I know what he's going to say.
Yeah, he'll be on there.
He'll be on the stream chat and just having a go at me. But,
yeah,
oh well.
He's also running my race number, which I've never seen before. I tell you what, Chris Bailey, a 34.2 opening lap time is a really good opening lap, for especially on the medium tyres. And it's strange because the grip it's a strange one. It does rubber in this track a lot, as we mentioned. It is very low grip and, of course, very, very bumpy. But the first laps aren't bad. And here we go, G-Stars just managed to put a 33.4 opening lap. That's a heck of a banker. Oh, as we've cut to the Sergeant Major, and he's gone round and he's doing pirouettes in the middle sector. We will do a lap on board somebody very soon, as Donald Duck is into the 32s already. Wow, that's a good lap.
I'm not apologising for this, but that was a quacking lap, if you ask me.
Well, to be fair, China is known for monsoons and really bad weather. We got a bit of cloud in Tier 2 to start with, and then it got a bit brighter.
2009 springs to mind instantly.
Yeah, that's a good call. Very good call. Now, I wonder if we're going to get rain this evening. I've slightly got my fingers crossed, I'm not going to lie. I really hope we do.
It would make things quite interesting.
It certainly would. It really, really would. Let's have a look. We've got a lot of lap times coming in thick and fast, of course. Everybody out on track early doors. Very busy circuit, trying to find that space. But it is a wide circuit, so you can dart out the way if you're savvy and if you're paying attention, which is always key, we tend to find. Xavier on his bailed on his lap. So who have we got on a lap? Gibbons on a lap. He's invalidated, unfortunately. He's going to go again. He is.
Reese is on one.
Is Reese on his second lap? Oh yes, he's slightly down in the first sector, but not too much, and he's down. The tired. I tried a second lap on the same set, and they felt okay.
Use the Mercedes off at turn 1.
Is it Chet? Is it Donald?
Ghost Rider.
Ghost Rider.
Nick Cage, you're not going to get many points out there in the gravel.
He's he's not. Oh, Skiban goes very, very wide in the hairpin. I'll tell you who's on the lap. Let's go with LRL. With my old teammate, Mr. Stefan. We'll have to bring up because I haven't got them. Let me just.
From Reese. What's a P3?
Certainly is.
Dynamite's coming in. Looking at the Red Bull, Larapel's on a lap.
We'll have a look with Larapel. We're going to cut off the one now. So Larapel's on a second lap on those soft tyres. Chris has come out on his new set of softs. And he's done that lap on the mediums, a very respectable lap, of course, in 8th as it stands. Sorry, I was just getting the standings up of how we start looking at the moment. So after our winter break, we've got the middle-aged firecracker, who's currently actually in 5th on his. Well, he's leading the championship by 4 points over Reese Wickham, currently sitting in 3rd. Is also 4 points ahead of Ujoni, who isn't with us tonight, so that could really hamper his championship hopes. And then we've got Seppi SW currently there in 4th on an outlap. He is 20 points further back, but drawing currently with the blowhole of the Baileys. So this is there's a lot good. I think there's a lot going to be movers and shakers. I tell you what, Chatty Duck's only 19 points further back as well from Bailey. So, and it's then after that it is quite close throughout the top 10, a bit further back, even top 11 drivers. So there's a lot of movers and shakers could happen at the minute, I think, this evening, especially in the championship when it all comes to fruition. We saw a couple of drivers have spins and have moments in the race, of course. No safety cars, no Tier 2 going back to this this reputation they seem to be getting now with no safety cars, no virtual safety cars.
Well, we all are pretty much clean races in Tier 2, so why are you surprised?
Yeah, very true. Very true. So tell you what now, perfect opportunity to ride on board. Let's do a lap of this roller coaster, bumpy up and down circuit with the wheelie boy, the rumpole of the Bailey. A long sweeping turn 1, gets ever tighter, ever slower. And that has actually turn 2 that we've gone through into turn 3. Just never seems to end. Long time so you can put in the power through 4 there. Now we can finally put the power flat down, taking the shortest line over 5, not really a corner, and then heavy brake about the 100-metre board, second gear corner into turn 6 at the end of the first sector, and then the power up the hill, trying to get as much traction, and would he go full throttle through turn 7? He does, run a little bit wide, then turn 8, a little bit of understeer in that Williams at the moment, but no harm done, and then heavy braking into turn 9, and then turn 10 is a little bit slippery on exit, but not for the rumpole of the Bailey. He seems very nice. That car looks very planted. 210 so as he heavy brakes into turn 11, straight into turn 12, again into the long iconic banking of turn 13, trying to get the power, finally goes full throttle. And then we go powering down. I think it's about 1 kilometre straight. I think it could be a bit longer actually. DRS wide open on the back of the Williams. We've got a speed trap further down, at least 203 mile an hour, and then heavy brake about the 100-metre board. in qualifying with low fuel. Uses the curve fantastic for 14. There's 15 actually, funny enough, on the exit, not really a corner. And then the last corner, turn 16. How does Chris take that? Takes it very nice. Doesn't use the exit curve at all. And what's this going to be? Sets it into third with that lap of 33.5. Good lap from the Willy boy.
Fantastic. Car that planted. Not bad on the straight line speed either.
No, definitely. Did look very, very good. As Dynamite's improved on his first sector as well, currently in 6th. So even getting a 10th or 2 that he is up at the moment could catapult him up into the top 2 and the front row as it stands. Gone purple in the middle sector. How is this drive going to be? Look at waiting, gets the throttle on. Finally goes quite early actually with the throttle. He uses a bit of a wider line than we saw from the Williams. It's not a bad thing to do. There's a few cars up ahead warming the tyres by your start lap. Let's hope they are paying attention. Let's also hope they're far enough ahead. It'll be a distant tow from Kid, or the middle-aged firecracker as we like to call him. What's he going to do? Yep, car moves out of his way, sees him, which is good. And, you know, we've got the Red Bull. What does Kid do as he comes across the line? He does a... he goes
Great
to
lap.
third. Just on a 32.9. Actually, that would... Sorry, we missed Seppi's lap. Got there ahead of him.
Very
was
close
a great
between
lap.
Seppi and Kid.
It is. Well, let's have a look. What's Chatty Duck? He's currently in the middle sector. Is Daffy. I can't make my mind if it's going to be Daffy or Donald. I'll just keep swapping.
Yeah, Daffy, I can do a little bit more voice work.
Well, look, if we make Connor sing and Simon sing, you know what's going to be coming now.
We'll see.
Oh, he's getting a nice little tow, is Donny. He's getting a good tow, but there's a car ahead. It doesn't seem to be moving. Are they on a lap? He does now move. That's his teammate. Oh, I'll tell you what, that's absolutely worked out a treat for Charlie. Misses the apex, though. But I don't think he might have lost too much time. If he got the car rotated, it won't have done him too much harm as he goes to 5th. He runs very wide. Oh, doesn't invalidate, though. And what's he do? He doesn't actually improve. Lost a bit of time, maybe in that last final 2 corners. So who have we got now out on track?
He starts completing a lap.
Yeah, Bergen's doing another last to first challenge. Yeah, great pace. I think I might have got caught up in something early on in the Tier 2 race that he very kindly reserved for.
Improves his time, not position, though.
Who was that, sorry?
G-Star's improved his time, but he's not position-wise. He's only just a 10th off 2nd and 3rd at the moment.
Oh, he is, isn't he? Yeah. There's about half a second back to Bailey in 5th, who's coming out for his final run. He will have a fresh set of softs for the race, should it be needed. I think they work about 5 laps, give or take, something like that, the soft tyres, I think, maximum.
Yeah, you'd be lucky to get him past that.
Yeah, I think they're not the greatest race tyre. Well, just not in the game. Anyway, Ryan pops up into 8th. What a lap from Ryan. He's going to be happy with that one. I'm sure he will be. That was a really, really good lap. So House Saviour's bailed on his lap. He has time to go once more, though. Liverpool, same for him. 2 tenths up in the first sector. He's nailed that turn 2, turn 3, and you can gain a huge amount of time if you get the power down right and kiss the apexes, as he clearly has done. Now let's watch him through the middle sector. These Tier 1 drivers seem to be using that turn... where's my track map gone? Turn 7, that long left-hander. They seem to be taking a wider line to go into turn 8.
The middle left section.
Yeah, they seem to be carrying the speed through more. And it's working for him. He's getting more time. 4 tenths up. This could propel him into the reaches of the top 5 as it stands.
He's got to watch his teammate, though.
Yep. Is he going to try and get a tow? He is. His teammate obliges. So, he's saying thank you very much. See you later. As the rear wing is open, hits the brakes hard. Does Liverpool. Hits that apex beautifully. Oh, and he spotted, lost it on power. Oh,
that's the no traction control.
That's the first curse of 2023, folks, and I'm sorry, Liverpool, it had to be you. Oh, I should have targeted somebody else. I do apologise.
What, Chris?
How did you know? It's like it was preempted. It's like it was preempted.
Great minds think alike.
Yeah. So let's have a look. Ghost Rider's on an outlap at the moment. So he's going to have time for one lap. I'm hoping he has a good race, his Ghost Rider. I think he's tier 3 or tier 4 as well. Mixing up with the big lads tonight. And I'm really hoping he does have a good one. And one to remember for him. As always, folks, all people watching, please don't forget to hit the like button, the big thumbs up. You can't do pokes and things anymore. We're not allowed to do that. Yeah, hit the like button, hit the share button, share it to your Facebook, My Faces, and Bebo's, all the rest of it. Get a share, get it liked, and join in the chat. We love to have a bit of conversation with you, a bit of banter with you, so join us, please, and we look forward to having a bit of conversation with all of you. And I'm sure Martin's there somewhere, Mr. Single Track, who was sunning himself in the Alps, which sounds weird, but when he went there was no snow, and he seems to have found a bit, I do believe. So he went from snowboarding to skateboarding and now back to the snow. Yeah, so if
I was going to say one thing quickly with Ghost Rider and with Gearband about them reserving tonight. This racing with these sort of guys will actually help you a lot, because racing with these sort of guys, as I say, with the bit more experience, you learn more from this race than I think you would anything else, really.
Oh yeah, hands down. Yeah, I agree with that one. So he's having a good lap so far. Very nice and clean. Bravo. Thank you. Good to have you. I was loving the commentary. Thank you. We do our best. We just talk a bit of rubbish and occasionally talk what's going on, to be honest. So yeah, make it up as we go along and
see what happens.
Yeah, exactly that. So what can Ghost Rider do? Keeps it nice and neat. This could be a half decent. This could be a canny lap time. What's he do? Puts it into 12th with that.
Excellent.
What a fantastic lap, great job, the Ghost Rider. That's absolutely superb lap time. What's LOL going to do? He's going to have a chance for one last go at this one. Everybody, apart from Bergen, I think he may be... Is he serving I think he's serving a qualifying ban, is Bergen?
Yes, I think he is, yes.
He is. That's why he hasn't left the pit, so he will start last. But he showed great pace in Tier 2. And I'm sure he will continue that feat in this race, following up very, very shortly. But every single driver on a lap. Ryan's the first one to see the checkered flag. Didn't quite make it in. Oh, he's pitted. That'll be why. Let's have it. Who else is pitted? That explains it. Floppy Loppy. We didn't mention you earlier. Do apologise, Floppy. I mean, he had a superb race in Tier 2. Thoroughly deserved potential victory, and his pace was incredible. So... good to see him reserving, and hopefully he's going to go for another strong result. So Seppi's in second.
Dynamite.
He's finished. Dynamite's on a lap. We're just going to stick with that. What does he do through... He's 3 turns up. Is Dynamite spun?
Yes, he spun off the banking.
Oh, nightmare. Absolute nightmare. There's a bit of traffic for LRL. Who's he got? He's got a Ferrari in the way. That's probably Dick's head. And now it moves. So Chatty Duck is looking on course to get another pole position, the first one of the year. What can LRL do to pull himself back up there? He's got to find a lot of time. Heavy braking. Oh, this is the apex, but gets the car turned, so he might not lose too much time with that one. Did finish. Saviour's up into 4th with his final attempt. Good lap. Left it late, did Saviour. Duck's gone even quicker with that one. He put in 7th to Stefan. Reese is sitting in 6th, and we've only got the Slayer to go, and I think he's pitted, so we have. There we are, folks. Qualifying, the first Tier 1 qualifying of 2023, the bumpy, twisty track of China. Donald Daffy Duck takes pole position with Seppi in second, 2 tenths further back, and then just over a tenth further back, and that is the middle-aged firecracker himself. Saviour in 4th, G-Star takes 5th, Reese in 6th, Stefan in 7th, Blowhole of the Baileys in 8th, Floppy Loppy in 9th, Ryan in 10th he'd be happy with that, but I think at the same time he might be a little bit gutted. I don't think he made the checkered flag. So he possibly could have had a little bit more in the tank. Nick BT takes 11th. Calvin with his zoo animals. It is the Great Zoo of China. He is in 12th. Liverpool 13th. Ghost Rider finishes 14th after that qualifying. Great qualifying from him. Carl in 15th. Jessard 16th. Gibbon 17th. Slayer in 18th. Anton in 19th. And Bergen will be in 20th after his qualifying ban.
No, with Calvin, it's not his zoo. It's the Chinese Zodiac he's got with him tonight.
Is that what he's got with him?
Yeah. Although, a quick shout out, even though I know I can see his face grinning from ear to ear. I know it's only 15th, but I don't expect Carl was expecting to out-qualify a 3-time champion.
No, probably not. Probably not as well, no.
Off to you there, Carl.
Yep. Gibbon, great qualifying to him as well in 17th, and then the Slayer in 18th, Anton in 19th. Don't think he really set a full lap. May have got caught up with a few little bits and pieces, had to move out the way for the drivers. So I don't think that was fully representative of Anton. So let's just see. You'll have to watch him in this race. So, what is the weather forecast going to do for us? Oh, Gibbon, you spoilt it. There's no rain in the race. Oh, that's disappointing.
Gibbon, if you're going to do that again, can you put spoiler alert?
I
know. Just joking.
Oh, well, it's a full dry race once again. I think that just means Tier 3 and Tier 4 are going to get it big time. On Wednesday evening, of course, we're back to our usual setup, 5 races per week. Tier 3, Tier 4 on Wednesday, starting from 7 p.m, and then MRCX on Friday evening from 7:30, which I do believe is a reverse grid again, which we saw in Portimao, and worked really, really well, and was actually quite good fun. Well, mine wasn't. I'd speed straight into a wall off the start. I had a jump start and then went straight into a wall, but... otherwise, it's a good fun race.
I've heard worse races.
Yeah. So, bright sunshine as we've got a Haas 1-2. That's some of things you don't say in reality. There's a Haas 1-2.
And in the parallel world, Gunter Steiner has literally just checked himself into the nearest loony bin.
Yeah. Exactly that. Let's have a quick look at the tyre strategies. Oh, there's a lot more drivers on the hard compound tyres for this one we saw in Tier 2. So the top 2 on the mediums, Kid Dynamite, Saviour, G-Star, Reese and LL on the hard tyres, then Floppy Loppy on the hards. He's gone reverse from what he did in Tier 2. Nick BT on the hards, the Rappel on the hard tyres, Carl on the hard compound tyres, the Slayer and Bergen as well, everyone else on the mediums. No soft tyre runners to start with.
I don't think anyone's that insane.
Have you checked Discord recently? Have you seen any of these races?
Point proven.
Well, yeah, we're going to have, I think, well, we saw a few drivers take the hard tyres especially a long way. Bergen took them over 20 laps in Tier 2 and then strapped on a set of softs and was rapid towards the end. So a one-stop hards to softs can work. Usually it's hard to medium tyres. There's 2-stop strategy for mediums and softs is a little bit slower, but in the event of a potential safety car, it could be worth a gamble for those drivers on the medium tyres. Even the hard tyres, get off them early. Could be, I think we could see, if there is safety cars, I think, well, Shatty Duck got the power a bit too early trying to light up the rear, has managed to keep it out the wall. That's a new one for...
Get the damage on the formation lap.
No, you can't, good point. You can't.
Sorry.
But, no, I forgot about that. But it's going to be interesting to see if we do have... Well, look at that. That's coming to 2-stop. Medium, hards. No.
Not the way around. I'd do it.
No, I wouldn't either. That sounds horrible, to be perfectly honest. But we shall see what strategies may play in to this 28 lap race in the sunshine. I must say they do a nice job with the graphics in the backdrop now. But that's just me. Now we've already got the lights. We're going to have right on board with Chatty Duck, who, well, kind of invalidated today. He's sitting way back from his grid slot. But here we go, folks. For the first time in 2023, Tier 1, let's go! Racing, and away we go. It seems to be a very equal start. Actually, Seppi's got a really good start in the Haas too. Everyone gets away cleanly from that G-Star. Got a little bit bogged down. Bailey's up a couple of places already as we go into turn 1, 3, 4 abreast. The Haas is side by side into turn 2, and they're going to keep it nice and clean through 3. Seppi's got the inside line out. Chatty's got the inside line. Is he going to get the power down? Just holds off his teammate. Dynamite's just looking in the background going, well, hoping, praying, seeing what on earth is going to go on. Carl's gone back a few places. Bergen started well, and I think he's had an incident gone round. He has. The Bergen's gone round.
But, Gunter, you can come out from behind the chair. They've not hit each other yet. You don't have to break any doors.
Exactly that. Bailey up 2 already. Floppy, great start from him as well. Oh, he's on the hard tyres, don't forget, as well. Up to 7th. G-Star. LOL down a couple. Ryan's holding station. J Sarge is battling with Anton. What a start from the Red Bull of Anton. Look at this further down the straight. There was almost 3 abreast of the Ferrari of Sarge is having a sniff, and he's... Oh, it's Nick Pete even. So J Sarge is there in the middle of that in an Alfa Romeo on the back of a Red Bull. But all clean. I don't know what happened with Bergen in the first couple of corners. Exactly, Josh. It is lights out and away we go. I'm not allowed to use that, so I tried to come up with my own and just about get there. Ryan's having a sniff at LRL. Is he going to be latest on the brakes? Oh, nearly thought about it, but smart racing from Ryan. There's a couple of drivers side by side. That's Anton as well. 2 Red Bulls line astern. Liverpool is, well, that's Liverpool taking a completely different line there. Just going to see the scenery. But look at Jay Sarge. He's got the power. He's got the run out the last corner. And he's going to get the move into turn 1. He does. And gets Anton into turn 1. Now there's a door open. Is Nick BT going to stick his nose into turn 2? Just as a little bit of contact. But I think that's just kind of the way the track kind of went. There's no harm there. Nick's probably going to lose out. But Jay Sarge is absolutely on a flyer. Who was that one? It is Liverpool. I wonder what happened. He's gone round. Bergen's had to pit. Must have had wing damage from early doors, and that little collision has sent him spinning early on in the first lap. Tyres, please, asks Toby. Let's have a quick look where we're looking. There we go, Tobias. Mr. Barndor is with us. Good evening.
Yes, nicely.
He certainly did. He certainly did. We might have to get him back in the box, I think, soon. He was a very, very good commentator, so I think we need him back. Now then, let's have a look. So the top 2, Dynamite holding on, and he's got a saviour for company. But is he going to be saved from Reese, who's right underneath the rear wing? I'm not even doing this camera angle, folks. This is just pure luck, and no, it's not. I'm skill.
Everything he needs.
All nice and clean so far. What's happened there? Seppi had a moment out of the hairpin. That means Chatty Duck's got him, boss, and now Dynamite's got him as well. Ooh. Well, that's going to throw the cat amongst the pigeons. Oh, Chatty Duck's going to have a look at the inside of turn 1. He's got the medium's going to have that little bit more grip. Dynamite takes the outside line. He's got the inside now. The Haas. Is he going to be able to get past and make the block? He does into turn 3. What a great recovery from Seppi. Dynamite, one of the cleanest, fairest racers you will see. But now, because of that, he's under pressure from the Aston of Saviour. No close enough to have a look. But Dynamite goes a little bit deep. We're going to try the switch back. Oh, he's not this time round. Seppi just didn't seem to have the front end grip that he needed to get the car turned in and get the power down. But don't forget, he's still got Reese, the Alpha Tauri, sniffing all over his rear wing. And the biggest gap is actually Floppy. Loppy has fallen off the back of Bailey, who's also on the back of this. What do we call it? Is it a King Tet? What's a 6 triplet? The 6 cars. What do you call it?
6 triplet.
Yeah, let's go with that.
Yeah,
we'll go with it. Is there anything you're focusing on at the moment, my good man?
Having a quick check through myself now. Reese isn't going to try anything into the hairpin. A few cars. G-Star, Lil P, the inside, there's a few more going at the back.
Oh, that's going on the Sarge. Saw it just at the bottom of the screen, and Sarge has gone round. Yeah, they're going to be a little bit toasty. He didn't seem to spin it too much. He may be okay. He manages to keep it in a straight line for the next couple of corners, which he does now. He's down just ahead of his teammate, who's now going to have the DRS, which is going to help him defend from Lirapel, who's going to be on the charge back after his early spin as well. There's a lot of good little battles going on here. The gap's opened up. Seppi's got past Dynamite and now closed the gap to 1.1 seconds. Whoa, what was that? That's Ghost Rider having a tap, and that's a... Well, I don't even know what to say with that one with Anton. Caught the end of that a little bit. But I think that was... the gap opened. Anton looked at Nick. And then Ghost Rider saw an opportunity and stuck it in there. And, well, that's an interesting one.
A certain Honey Badger would have been proud of that one.
Yeah, it would a little bit, yeah. But that's the late of the late breakers, and well, that's a Hamilton-esque. Well. That's a Hamilton-esque breaking. Well, of early days. He doesn't really say he's calmed down a bit, hasn't he now?
But no, that was very Daniel Ricciardo-esque, that move, and it was very much the same corner.
It was. Now look at... Oh, I'll tell you what. Reese there had the run on Xavier. Both had DRS, but Reese shut his very early and backed out of it. Maybe just didn't... Well, that's smart from Reese. I mean, these drivers are smart, you know. That's why there are multiple race winners. We've got multiple champions as well. And Ghost Rider has gone away. He's plummeting down the order. That's allowed Anton back through, Carl's back through, Sarge back through. Ghost Rider's mid.
Davies ran the outside turn one.
He is. Oh, they're close. Oh, there's a little bit of a stop, and now that's just allowed Reese straight through.
Oh, Reese being the ultimate opportunist.
Yeah, that was opportunity at its finest. And is he going to have a run on the Firecracker? Not this time around, he is not. But all this is allowing the two Haas boys to get away. 2 seconds, Dynamite's now the gap to Seppi, who's 1.6. That gap's grown by half a second as well to Chatty Duck. Few gaps starting to form.
Reese is right on the diffuser of that Ferrari.
He is, and he's going to have DRS. Dynamite could be very vulnerable down this very long DRS straight. Depends on the run off the banking. Let's go on board. Just feathering the throttle. Doesn't want the back to step out. Dynamite goes defensive very, very early. Where's Xavier and all this? A little bit too far back. Let's have a look at the straight line difference between the two. Is he going to... He's not close enough. Dynamite's got X, I think. Now it's going to
have a wing difference, or someone's dumping ERS to keep ahead there.
There is a jump of an ERS. You were right with the second one, my friend. Dynamite, 14% left on his battery. 43 for the AlphaTauri behind him. But not going to be close enough. Is he going to have a look at the turn one? He goes left and right. Well, you know, he's entitled to do that. That would be brave to do that from a distance. You're going to be kind of close early doors. And I do find you can recharge the battery here. It takes a couple of laps, but it will recharge.
Fair few tight braking points.
Exactly that. For example, right here, turn 5, I do believe it is, turn 6, sorry. It's these tracks with the tiny little dinks in them that isn't really a corner that then is classed as a corner, and it just, yeah, that's a turn 5. It's not turn 6, but it's confusing.
Turn 2 at Austria.
Austria, yes. What, turn 2? That's not a turn in any way, shape, or form.
The kink, yeah, up to the top, top hairpin. I do not count that as a corner.
No, that messes us up in commentary every time we go there. I don't know if we're actually going there this season. I could be wrong.
I think Reese has got a better run.
He seems to, and I was using a bit of his overtake to get right under the diffuser. Oh, if that Ferrari going to ride on board. But I tell you what, the gap up front's actually extending. But look, this, he's right there. He's right there. He pulls to the inside. Dynamite's going to stick on the brake. And so who's going to be latest on the brakes? Who's going to get the car stopped? Does he just? But trying to switch back is the Ferrari. Dynamite is going to be on that side. Oh, a little bit twitchy though. He's used a bit more of his ERS to defend just about. But he had to take a tight line into the last corner. Turn 16. Is Dynamite going to be close enough? He's not going to be close enough into turn 1, so Reese makes that move. That is, again, so important as well for the championship. Reese being 4 points behind Kid going into this race.
If it finished the way it is now, it'd be a point.
It certainly would. Yes, it would.
Head off to them when we head off to the coast of Miami next week.
Oh joy.
My sentiments exactly.
The car park around the Dolphin Stadium.
Hopefully I might have my qualifying up better than that one.
It's going to be an interesting race. We've done it before and it was
Chaos.
Yeah, let's just stick with interesting. I think we'll just leave it at that one.
Back to Nick BT and Red Car, they're having a good little fight.
Yes, they are. We're going to leave this battle up front as that seems to be calming down. Well, this one certainly isn't. We've got Calvin as well in the mix. And Carl's getting interested. So we've got 3 Tier 2 drivers on the back of a Tier 1 Ferrari, fighting for the final couple of point scoring positions. And, of course, Ryan has no ERS left. He used it all by turn 1.
Although,
I know he'll call me for that one, but it's also, he knows I'm right.
Oh, I know. But there's an interesting thought that's just come into my head at the moment. And this is regarding the Haas pair at the front. Maybe when are they going to pit?
Oh, sorry, we're on board with Ryan, who got an absolute tank slapper on. That's allowed Calvin through, just out of the hairpin. Sorry, you were saying?
No, I was just about to say, because this, as people know, as I say, watch the stream. If you watch Tier 2, we are teammates. Are we not?
Certainly are.
There is an interesting little thought going ahead now. The fact is, when do the Haas cars pit? On what lap?
Both on the mediums.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good call. Good thought, actually. I like that. That's, yeah, the gap isn't there to double stack. They need about 3.5, probably 4 seconds, the way that there's delays.
2 seconds, yeah.
So, but we saw a couple of drivers going as early as lap 11, I think it was. And some drivers take them to about 15, lap 15. So there is a decent window for pit stops, I feel here.
SW's closing in. He's got the gap under 2 seconds.
Yeah, he just took 3/10 out in that little sector there on the run off the banking. But we're sticking with this little battle at the moment. We've got the 2 Papayas hounding.
Spon Ferrari, Nick BT's been around.
Oh, he is on the bank. He managed to recover it though. He's lost a couple of spots though. That's just allowed. Calvin's only got 5.8 seconds. But I tell you what, red car's on him. Red car's on him. Red's got the DRS. Red car makes the move way before the braking zone. Is actually able to take his line into the braking zone. Goes a little bit deep. Tell you what, looking back, Carl's having a look on Calvin as well. Carl's having a little bit of a sniff. Calvin goes too defensive. Carl definitely backs out of that one.
Carl, you're trying to be the ultimate opportunist now. What's going on with you?
Yeah. I like it. I like this side of him.
Yeah.
That gap opening up between Seppi and Reese, second and third. Now 2.93 seconds. Dynamite is just outside of the DRS window with Xavier firmly in it. Barely 2.3 back. Comfortably ahead. 2.8 from G-Star, who's got LOL just on the fringes of the DRS as well. I tell you what, did I just miss there? That is it. It's Calvin and Carl side by side up the hill. I don't know if Calvin went a bit deep. We missed it. We were on board with the wrong McLaren this time on, but that's allowed Nick to get back in. And now Carl's going to have to do his self-proclaimed Mr. Defence, see if he's still there. And he was a little bit deep, but is he still there? The Ferrari's still on the inside. Carl has to take a wide exit. But look at this. Nick's had to take an inside one. And look at this. This is Lemon Pell's coming into play.
Carl's in the awkward position in a minute. He's got to try and attack the Alpine, but not let not let the Ferrari ahead of him.
Exactly that. Exactly that. And I think now Nick is just too far back, but Liverpool is certainly not too far back to try and launch an attack. And then we've got Floppy Loppy's back up there with Anton as well. They had a moment. He had a great start, did Anton? Had a moment and it's dropped him back down to 15th behind his teammate. And all line of stern through there. Everyone just... Ryan was far enough ahead to... Everyone got the DRS, but not to be threatened too much by him. Carl takes a different route. Doing well so far. I'm probably going to jinx it because I've already cursed J Sarge in qualifying. So, but you know, no penalties so far. It's quite good. I think my warning was on like lap 2 or lap 3, and I just thought, oh, here we go. This is going to be a long day. And then luckily, didn't seem to get another one for the race.
I got one, which was I caught a slide. I went literally.
Oh, who was that? That was Carl. He went. Oh yeah, he did. Oh, well. Sorry, Carl. Sorry. He caught it just coming out. He caught it out of the wall, though. Just coming out of turn 3. Just that power. We said it's slippy in qualifying. When you start getting the power down, the tyres start to wear about this lap 10. It's Floppy Loppy.
Loppy, sorry.
Very, very close. Then you've got Anton ready to pounce. Carl's going to get onto the back of them again.
He's got the pace to do it.
Yeah, he certainly does. He does, yeah. But track limits are quite strange. You can go, if you do what, it's the same old, if you back off enough or if you go far enough, it doesn't give you, I did that twice, and it doesn't give you a penalty. If you, like you say, you catch a slide and something happens, it doesn't always give you a warning. I did get a daft one. The one I got, I can't remember what corner it was. I'm going to say, like, exit of 3, I'm going to say. I can't actually remember exactly. Tell you what, we just missed. Liverpool and Nick BT side by side. That gap now 1.4 at the top. The drop recent now 2.8. That's gap stable. Kid Dynamite stable. Saviour stable behind him. They're dropping Chris Bailey a little bit now. He's 3.2 further back. But he'll just be minding his pace, minding his ERS, minding his tyres. Well, the Willy boy. For this battle here, we've got 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, and then Anton in 13th, and Floppy Loppy in 14th, and then Carl just 1.6 back in 15th. Who was that? That's Calvin at a moment! Same place as Carl last time round. Has he managed to keep it out the wall? He has. There's no visible damage.
On the Alpine, no, it looks clean.
It certainly does, yeah. And now J Sarge, after his spin, is coming back to the party, back to play. As I mentioned before, folks, don't forget to hit the like button on our videos. If you like the racing, like what you see, ignore about what you hear, because we just talk rubbish. But other than that, if you like the racing, if you love MRC, hit the big like button, the big thumbs up. Join us again, please do, come on. Toby joined us up, Josh joined us in the YouTube chat. Get your comments in, anything you want to see, anything you want us to try to talk about, potentially. And I say potentially. Ryan's going to... We have. There it is, the first one, lap 11. Now, is Liverpool close enough to Ryan? He's got the overspeed. He had a bit more ERS because the light was flashing. Ryan's going to hold him and go on the outside. Ryan may have just outbroke himself, and he has. He's actually compromised himself now to Nick, who's got the drive, and he's going to be nearly side by side. Ryan backs out of it, unfortunately for him. Loses 2 races. There we are. The first penalty is the Slayer. But there we are. Now then.
That's perfect for him. He's just come out ahead of that battle you're watching.
Wow. That is absolutely perfection of where he needed to come out. And he'll be able to get those tyres warm in a lap or so while these guys are just battling and struggling a little bit with the grip. The hard tyres should be okay for now. Ryan is now going off with the other Red Bull of Anton. Who's going to be the last of the late breakers? Anton's going to have a look on the inside. He doesn't make the move this time round, and Floppy Loppy's looking interested in the Aston Martin. And this has allowed Carl to catch back up. Calvin's struggling a little bit. He's dropped to 2 seconds further back. J Sarge has now got a penalty. But look at this. The drive from Anton Rall. What a move that is. Wow. We're on the outside of turn 7. Anton, ever the opportunist. Wow.
Brave.
That's the only word for it. Exactly that. Very, very brave. What a move that is.
That's his teammate. I think he's going to have to.
Yeah, I think he's actually going to get DRS as well off the back of the Ferrari.
He's in.
Yes.
He's in.
Oh, yes. So a lap later. Yep, the Red Bull did get it. A lot of them, their ERS lights flashing, shows how hard they're all battling. No ERS left for most of them. Oh, that was Ryan. He does like to brake late, does Ryan. And he had Loppy having a little sniff as well. Now then, where is Seppi going to come out to? In terms of Chatty Duck, Chatty Duck's way gone past Seppi. He's only just started moving, but he's at the edge of the pit. Now he's, oh, that's close. There we go. So is the Haas going to come out in front of Lerapel? Lerapel's going to try to go on the outside. Just. That is. Wow. That is crucial for the two of there to get the Haas 1-2 potentially at the end of this race to get out ahead of this big battle. Sarge, Rambo and Calvin have all decided to pit as well off their medium tyres, but that was a little bit yeah, and close. I don't know if they will have known the gaps that far down though.
I think you can, on the telemetry, you can, there is an estimate that says you'll come out in X position. So if you have the minimap up, you can work it out a little bit. That's a very good point. I like that. Yeah, that's. I don't have the capacity to do that. Those little gaps have opened up to just over a second. Anton, Floppy, Loppy and Carl after Ryan's pitted and Calvin's with him already. Player's going really slow on the start-finish straight.
He is. I don't know if he's just recovering from a spin out the last corner, but he's away he goes again. Yep, he has just allowed him through.
Dynamite's in, and so is Chris.
Yep, so we stayed out, Saviour stays out, G-Star. Let's have a quick look at those tyres now, because that's going to be all important. So everyone on the medium tyres are now about to pit. Anton, Ghost Rider and Bergen are the only ones not to pit from the medium tyres. Everyone else is on the hards. So Bergen did pit though, he had damage of course, didn't he? How long is a pit stop here, says Bravo. That is a very, very good question. I think it's rough. Ooh. It's not the longest pit lane in the world, is it? It's not a long pit lane.
No.
The entrance is here. There's the entrance at the top, and you take a sharp left and down into the I don't actually know how long. I'm going to say about 18 seconds, give or take.
Yeah, I would say about 21, 22.
Okay.
Myself, that's a rough guess.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep an eye on Dynamite for a lap or so, because he's got... Anton's ahead of him on 13 lap tyres. He should be able to catch and pass him. I think Nick BT, if he plays the team game, that's going to be fine. And then he's got Lerapel, who again's on worn tyres. He's got to catch after those Haas cars, and quick.
Yeah, and the mediums do seem to warm up well and hold their grip for a good 4 laps without too much problems. As LRL and G-Star open 3rd and 4th, having a little ding-dong themselves. This, of course, is for position. They have not pitted yet. And that is LRL getting past G-Star for position, now up into 3rd as it stands. The gap is going to be interesting. Now, let's go to... I know Chris likes this one, does Mr. Blowhole. He likes the gap to the leaders. So if we're saying between 20 to 22 seconds, that would put Reese between Seppi and Lerapel and ahead, crucially, of Dynamite once again. And Saviour will be on Dynamite as it stands where they were before Dynamite took his pit stop. So that's going to be... It's going to be interesting to see what Dynamite can do with regards to the Red Bull ahead of him. And well, he's right under his rear wing at the moment. He's going to have a look into the hairpin. He is. He's got on the inside. I think the Red Bull tries to switch back, can't do it. Dynamite does get through. That is crucial. So important to keep that 3rd position, to try to jump or get close to Reese as much as he can, and he's going to have now Saviour. That time with Saviour is what he's going to be thinking. How much time is he going to lose to the guys ahead? Now, what's his teammate going to do? Is Nick going to let him through? He is. Look at that. That is properly good teamwork. I mean, if I was Nick, I would have tried to keep going and give him the DRS, but yeah, beggars can't be choosers in these situations. But Kid now, open track, 3 seconds. There's the car ahead, Liverpool, who's going to try to hunt down. He's got 5 and a bit seconds. Let's have a look at the intervals a little bit. Wrong one. There we go.
2.5.
Yep, to Liverpool, and then a little bit more to Seppi as well. So call it 5 seconds to Seppi. Ahead is now Donald Duck, sets the fastest lap of the race on his fresh hard compound tyres. But Dynamite set the fastest purple in the last sector. And Reese is actually enjoying himself, he seems to be. That gap to Saviour opening up just a little bit, 5.8 it is now. So Reese has got a bit of a cushion, but it's the Haas boys he's got to look out for. And then the charging Dynamite, now 1.9 seconds, that gap to Liverpool. Anton has finally decided he's high enough and he's going to pit. And actually, he's actually had a quite an easy pit stop there. Carl's now in the way of the blowhole Bailey. He's going to be trying to chase down Dynamite, of course, don't forget. Carl, Loppy and Nick BT have not pitted. Loppy on the back. In the only one in the field, actually, is in DRS. But we're sticking with this Dynamite because he's just taken a huge chunk out of Liverpool. The gap less than a second already. Purple middle sector, yeah. The man is on a mission. He's got the faster tyres. He pitted about, what, lap 14? 14 laps on him. I mean, other people are doing it now, so, you know, it's easy done. Reese is in. Xavier gets a time penalty for multiple warnings. That's in the pit lane because Xavier pitted. So Xavier's, well, actually, caused a bit. He's
coming through the last corner.
Yeah, so let's have a look where we're going to nick on board with those two. We've got a slow moving Alfa Romeo. That'll be the Slayer moving out the way as Seppi set the fastest lap of the race, and these guys will come out ahead of Reese, who comes out. Is he going to be third? Where's Dynamite? There's Dynamite. Where is Reese? He's halfway round turn 1 there. You can just see, apart from the timing screens.
That's key.
That really is. Now he's got the medium tyres again. Dynamite 2 laps, at least older tyres.
I think
Now, I'll tell you what, though. We've got Seppi and Chatty Duck. Now, it seems to be the Slayers raced them a little bit there, so that could have output Donald Duck a little bit, but that's allowed Seppi. This is the closest he's been since the opening lap. He's now 0.8 of a second behind his teammate. This could get dicey and very exciting, and we're going to keep our eye on that one. And because that could get very interesting later on in the race. Ryan and Calvin still going at it. Anton and Loppy still going at it. And Carl on the back of Bailey. So Bailey has now got past the other McLaren that hasn't pitted yet, of course.
No, but I'm keeping an eye on... You've got to keep an eye on Reese and Kid for this last stint, because they don't fight each other. They can catch up with these Haas cars.
They can. Yeah, the gap only 3.6 seconds that Reese has got them down to now. And on the quicker tyres, so we expect to see that gap start to fall. So this alternate strategy, how important is it going to be as LOL does pit now? He will come out around potentially the G-star-ish bit. Bailey's dropped a bit from Saviour. Bailey needs to watch that gap. Saviour's got a 3-second penalty. So that's going to be crucial for Chris to try to get through. Now, Chris is just about come out ahead of LOL. Carl's got past him as well, so LOL, yeah, he does. He comes out in an 8th position ahead of G-Star.
If I was the Haas cars, SW, I would stick behind Shafty Duck to keep his DRS, but don't overtake him down the back straight.
Yeah, try not to pressure him too much so there's any mistakes get made, because that could cause a knock-on effect. There's just car moving out of the way. I think that was Gibbon, unfortunately down in 19th. Struggled a little bit this evening, has Gibbon, but you know, you can't say anything bad about the man, to be honest with you. He's a nice guy, and he's a super sub. He's taken Ryan's crown.
Yeah, that is true. And as we both know from first-hand experience, these guys They do not dawdle tier 1.
No.
These guys are the creme de la creme. This is why they're up there.
Exactly that. It certainly is.
Push you to your limits.
Yeah. And they're only getting faster and better all the time as well, which is even scarier. I'll tell you what, this gap is definitely coming down. 2.7 now from Reese, and you can see the two Haas drivers there in the bottom as Reese does set the fastest lap of the race.
That's got to be a warning sign to him.
Yeah. They're both going to be looking over the shoulders. You know, Sippy's going to be like, come on, pushing his teammate round. That gap only 3-4 tenths all the time now. As Carl finally pits on lap 19. Slade gets a 3-second penalty. Sarge down in 16th. He's all over the back of Ryan once again. I tell you what, that's something that's happened multiple times across multiple races. Is Ryan and Sarge seem to find themselves on the same part of track quite regularly.
It's almost like they plan it.
Yeah. There's a little bromance thing going on.
Carl's out in 14th, out behind Calvin.
Yeah, but quickly ahead of his teammate as well. That gap, look at that. Dynamite's dropped. He's now 2 seconds back from Reese. That gap was nearly a second. Reese has got those tyres working absolutely beautifully. 1.6 seconds. Now you'll see them at the exit of every corner, every braking zone coming closer and closer towards him. I think Reese smells a potential victory here. We've got 9 laps of racing after this one. I tell you what, Seppi just had a little look at his teammate there. We could see it on board from the AlphaTauri and had to back out.
If I was him, I wouldn't be doing that at every corner.
Now, I'm just going to have a quick look. He's got no ERS left, so he's pushing on. No, actually, neither of them have. Whereas Reese has still got 35%. He's managed it really, really well as he puts another fastest lap in. Dynamite, no ERS. Xavier kind of on his own, still 55%. He's got that gap from barely up to 5.3 seconds, so even with a 3-second penalty, that fifth is looking, as this moment in time, is looking pretty sweet for him. Now Bailey, now on the hards, he's got 2.4 to the lead of the Alpines. He's got G-Star not too far away, as there's a spun AlphaTauri, which I think is Gibbon struggling, unfortunately. Now that's so unlucky for him. Liverpool's on his charge back, currently sat there in 9th. He's got Nick 2.7 further back, but a little bit of ERS for him. Nick's got very little. Floppy Loppy likes to use it, and he's currently 11th, but he's got Anton for company, so he can't rest on his laurels. Anton, 46% of his ERS left. So Anton looking quite nice. He's going to have to still get past Loppy for 11th and then charge down Nick BT if possible, but we're going to have to stop there because look at this gap. Oh, Carl's got past Calvin as well for 13th and 14th. On the outside. Oh, very nice. Was that turn 6 again? Oh, it was that that's gone. Oh, it's Gibb. Oh, Gibb. So unfortunate. But look at this now. This is the battle for the lead. And while these guys start to squabble, we're going to get rid of that. We're going to get rid of that because we want to see as much of the screen and much of the racing as possible. Again, if you're liking the action, hit the like button, the big thumbs up, folks. It all helps get the videos out there, gets the league out there. Tells us that you like what you're watching.
Reese is so close to it being within range.
And I think his tyres will be okay at the end. He's pitted about... Actually, let's have a quick look at those tyres before we get into the action. 4 laps old. Kid Dynamite 7, so they're going to struggle towards the end. I think Kid... he's going to hope they squabble so he can come in on the back of this. 4 laps, that's what, lap 17, 16, 17? Those mediums will be fine to the end. And I think Reese will be able to save them a little bit. He'll be able to lift off. Brake a little earlier, lift and coast if he needed to fuel save, and pick his moment.
He's right on that defeat. You can probably smell the gearbox oil coming off of Seppi's Haas now.
Fun fact: gearbox oil is not a bad smell. It's a bit sweet smell.
He's right on the back of him now.
He's got a lot of room. He's got a lot more ERS now. Is he going to do it? Sorry, Mark Kinley. Sorry. Yeah, my bad. I take it back. It is definitely you and Sarge with the bromance. I do apologise.
Seppi's under pressure now. He's getting skittish out of that hairpin.
Yeah, he is. He might have actually been sat around his teammate, but has that cost Seppi? Is that going to cost him potential victory? Is it going to cost him potential second? Look at this. He's going to try and have a look on the outside into turn one. Is he going to be brave? He's not. He's going to back out of it. Possibly wise, so you can go two abreast and you can stick a nose in. What were you saying? Sorry, Andrew.
I was going to say, Reese, if you pull that move off right on the outside of turn one, that is very ballsy, my friend.
Yeah, it certainly is. But is he going to get the drive out of 3 or 4? Is he going to try on the brakes? Seppi goes defensive. He's on the outside. We're trying to have a look. We can't find him. There he is. He's going to try the switch back, and is he going to have the superior grip and a bit more ERS? He's not got much ERS left. You can see on the steering wheel the Haas is flashing away. This is allowing Donald Duck to get away a little bit more, while Seppi's now defending furiously. And actually, they're still dropping Kid Dynamite a little bit more, as Chris Bailey's got Stefan for company as well, only 0.4 of a second, so that's going to be a tasty little battle as well for 6th and 7th further down the order. But this is a battle we are not going to move away from, folks. This is a battle for potentially the race victory and the podium spots. Are we going to see a Haas 1-2 that started the race 1st and 2nd? Are they going to finish that way? Both of them, not much ERS left. Are they going to have it towards the end? What's about the DRS? This is saving Seppi at the moment, but he wants to get... I think now he's going to be desperate to get past. As Calvin's had a moment. Calvin spun out of turn 3 and turn 4. That's put him down to 18th. That's so unlucky, Calvin. He had a spin. He was leading Tier 2 race, and he had a spin early in that race and actually came back very, very well. Showed fantastic pace. It was a little bit worrying, I'm not going to lie.
Dropped off his fastest lap.
Who was that?
He's caught up to the Haas cars. He's about a second off his fastest lap at the moment.
Wow. That shows turbulent air and the difference in the tyres now. You say he can be saving those tyres, but that DRS is powerful enough for Seppi. Is he going to have a look into the hairpin once again? He's not, but he's making Seppi go defensive. And is he going to try the switch back? Not this time around, though.
I think he's going to have to try and get Seppi before the back straight, and then try and get Chatty Duck down that straight. I think that's the way, best way he's going to have to do it.
Yeah, or hope that those hard tyres in the next couple laps start to drop off a little bit. As Ryan's had a spin as well, coming out of the hairpin. He had a big moment. He's lost a place now to Bergen. But I'll tell you what, Carl's all over the back of Jay Sarge as well. Oh, Carl's going to be loving life doing that.
Oh, he's going to have a smile from ear to ear at the moment.
He really is. He really is. Anton's all over the back of Floppy Loppy, down 11th and 12th. That's been going on for the last 23 laps. We've got DRS one more time. It's clouded over a little bit. I don't think the rain will
Reese
come.
is getting, Chatty Duck is Reese's worst enemy at the minute. Because he's holding that DRS for Seppi.
Yeah, he's just kind of quick enough, isn't he? You kind of looked early on and you thought, you said don't challenge him and just try to help each other along, but I don't think they've kind of thought about Reese's pace and on those fresh medium tyres. It's just obliterated that gap. But now he's finding himself stuck behind a little bit, isn't he? Now, yeah, I think Seppi would have said, like, come on, I want to get past, I'm quicker, you know. Seppi is quicker than you. All of that palaver.
I think you got to try something different. You've already shown your
I think he's going to have a look. Oh, I think he thought about it.
He's already showed his hand around the outside again. He can't do...
Yeah.
He's got to do it soon.
But the tyres are still going to be okay. You can still
take a risk and get him before the straight.
Yeah, is he going to try and get him under braking into... Is he going to try and get him into like turn 11, that type at the end of this short straight?
Possibly.
This used to be years ago, didn't it? This used to be a DRS zone. I mean, it was another one of those really useless DRS zones that's just a short straight and it makes no difference whatsoever.
Are you the front straight at Monaco?
Yes. That just doesn't need DRS in any way, shape or form.
I think he's closer than what he was.
Yeah, but it's still that DRS, and the Haas cars have been flashing their ERS lights for lap after lap, and look at this Seppi. I don't know if he's trying to dummy Reese or is he trying to dummy Chatty Duck. This is a serious game of chess right now.
This is 3D chess at 200 miles an hour.
Yes, it is. Seppi goes a little bit wide out the last corner though.
Yeah.
But Dynamite's still there, sitting there, 3.3 further back. Nothing he can really do at this stage of it. Mark is saying that he's no idea what JSR is doing down in 14. Hashtag slow. Ooh. Don't have a lover's tiff now, just because you're not... Yeah, no, just don't have a lover's tiff, please. Well, we do hope you're back next week, Mark. He has got Bergen. He's dropped Bergen a little bit. Bergen's now a second further back, just outside. Oh, there's a little bit of a twitch from Seppi. Is that allowing Reese to come on the outside and turn 7 the side by side? This is going to be... Oh, there's a little bit... Oh, my days!
Reese got away with that.
Reese got away with it. Seppi also got away with it, but has lost position. That looked like... That's the typical rear to front... Rear tyre, front tyre. Reese, what a save, and it's just because of the angle. I think that's, I mean, Seppi as well. What a save that was from him. That looked 6 of one, half a dozen of the other, I think, from my angle. But we shall see if we see anything of that after the race in the stewards' rooms. But we will not make any more comments on that. Now, Reese after that. Is 1.5 seconds further back. That's allowed Dynamite to have a little bit of a sniff at Seppi. Now, this will be interesting. What can Kid do? He's on quicker tyres, but he's not been making headways. That gap's been sitting around the 3.3 seconds to Reese for quite a few laps now. Now, see what Dynamite can do. He's got DRS, though, on the back of Seppi. Is that going to allow him to pull in and reel in the Haas, which the Haas has not got it to Chatty Duck? And what the tyres has Reese got left? Has he got the grip? I'm trying to look on his steering wheel. We can see the temperatures.
I don't know whether he's got enough laps left to get him.
He's got plenty of fuel. He's +5 on his fuel. He didn't underfuel, so that's pretty good. I think he'll have enough laps if he's got the grip. And his ERS, which is at 9... God, hell on. I need some glasses. 17%. Why don't I just do this? Put the telemetry on. Yeah, they are. Seppi as well, about 13%, 16 for Dynamite. LOL's closing that gap on Saviour further down. While we still stick with this, Reese is within the DRS. But is he going to be close enough this straight? I don't believe. Well, you never know. You never know.
Oh, Chatty went what? Chatty out of Twitch then.
Oh, it has, and that's allowed him. Look at the gap. Look at the run. This could be it, folks. Reese has been waiting and waiting for this. He uses the rest of his ERS, and he's side by side. And he's going to be ahead into the braking zone. He picks his moment. Just gets the car stop, hits the apex absolutely beautifully, and he does make the move. That's it. Reese now takes the lead from Chatty Duck. But Seppi is also dropped further back as well from this, and he's got the Ferrari of Dynamite all over the back of him, only 4/10 further back. And now it's all happening. We've got a battle for the top 2 and a battle for... Well, this is still a battle for the podium, but in what order are we going to see? Is Seppi going to hold on and get the podium? He's been in second since lap 1 and since the end of qualifying. He's been sat in second. And now Chatty Duck has been leading all race. Now Reese has found his way past. Will Seppi hold on to the podium? Will Dynamite have an answer? Will Dynamite have anything left? As Seppi's closing that gap to 1.7, he's going to have to really put the hammer down in the Haas.
Reese has already broken the DRS.
Yeah, just about. It's going to be close as they come to the detection point. Depends on the traction that he's got. He does seem to have that little bit more. You see the gap opening up to 1.1 seconds now, as Dynamite is the closest one now. Yeah, LOL 3.3 back from Saviour, 3/10, and he'll gain that position after penalties. G-Star on the back now of the blowhole of the Baileys. Anton still on the back of Floppy Loppy, can't find a way through. Ryan's pitted late on. Calvin down there in 18th, unfortunately for him. Carl in 14th, dropped off the back of Jay Sarge at this moment in time to 1.7 seconds. So a few gaps forming, a few little battles, but this is still a battle for the podium. And who will take, Reese going to take the top honours in 2023, and who's going to finish the podium Tier 1 2023? It's not over yet, but we are on the final lap. what's Dynamite got left?
Save your ERS.
It's a question of what Dynamite's got left in the tank. Not just in the tank, but it's what's he got left of his tyres. Don't forget, he pitted quite early to get those mediums on.
That is true. Although his tyres are a lap younger than the Haas in front of him.
But they're the hard compound, so they still should feel okay. On low fuel now, of course.
You think so?
There's a yellow flag in Sector 2. Not sure who that will be. Might be Calvin.
It's Ryan, just letting some cars through.
Yep. That's how you do blue flags. See them coming and you move out of the way, and then resume your battles if you are in one after that. So well done, Ryan. Exemplary as always. Now let's have a look at the drive. What's Dynamite got down the final straight? The gap to reach 2 seconds now. This is the only one. The light's flashing. Yeah, Dynamite's not really got anything left in the tank. Is he going to be having a late lunch? He's not close enough. Can he do anything out of the last corner? Oh, there's a tap!
Love tap, that's it.
That's all it was, but I tell you what, Reese is going to come round the final corner. There's a checkered flag waving. Reese takes the victory. Donald Duck takes second, and just Seppi was being pushed over the line from Kid Dynamite, who takes fourth. 11 seconds down the road, there is Saviour. 2.8 is going to get it. LOL does. Gets that position from Saviour. Then the blowhole takes 7th. G-Star just behind him in 8th. There they are, pushing them down the pit straight. Liverpool come back from him in 9th. Nick BT will take, I think he'll be relieved more than anything to take the final point position after the battles he had with Anton, who's going to be in 11th. Floppy, Loppy, Bit, Berg, Calvin, Rambo. All of that in the battles he had, so Nick will be very relieved and happy with the point. Loppy's had... What happened to Loppy?
I think he's out of fuel.
He is. He was out of fuel. Oh, that's so unlucky, but he does keep that 12th spot from Carl, who managed to get it off J-Side because of penalties. Bergen.
I think he's either out of fuel or he's just trying to...
I think he was out of fuel as well. Bergen out of fuel. Calvin has just passed Ghost Rider on the last lap, I think.
Out of fuel too, I think.
Yep, Ghost Rider's out of fuel. He's got minus 1.15 on his steering wheel. Calvin's fine. He's got 0.4, so Calvin will. He had a good race and just a few unfortunate spins. He'll take 16th. Ghost Rider will potentially. Is Ryan? How's Ryan? Oh, Ryan's finished.
Ryan's
so Ghost Rider, the last one on the lead lap. So I tell you what a race that really was. So I think Ghost Rider will be happy. He finished 17th, but he was on the lead lap. So I'm sure he'll be happy with that one. Yeah, he certainly does. That was kind of a slow burner. There was battles throughout, but it was a slow burner. And then it all happened within one lap.
Oh yeah, definitely. It kicked off after the pit stops.
Didn't it just? And the Hasses looked so good that opening stint for 1-2, and then after the pit stops, that alternate strategy, well...
For Reese, it just worked for him.
Yeah, really, really did. So Reese does take the top step and the first victory of Tier 1 in 2023. The Hasses, second and third. I don't know if they'll be happy, disappointed. It's going to be a tricky one to say on that one because they both drove fantastically well, as always.
Oh, yeah. That's off to their teamwork as well, but again, it could have been more, but fantastic points for the team. Can't really complain too much.
Oh, exactly, yeah. Look at the bigger picture. You've got the constructors as well up there. So, we have it, folks. Preliminary results regarding any potential steward inquiries later on this evening. Reese takes the victory. Chatty Duck ahead of his teammate Seppi in second and third. Kid Dynamite pushing the other Haas over the line. He finishes fourth. LOL, good comeback from him. He finishes in fifth. Saviour in sixth. Blowhole of the Belly takes seventh place. G-Star in 8th, Liverpool in 9th. Nick BT takes a final points composition in 10th. Anton Great race from him. He had a few bit of bad luck early on and then recovered it well to take 11th. I think he'd be a little bit gutted to not take a point home at least. Floppy Loppy in 12th, Carl in 13th, J Sargent 14th, Bergen 15th, Calvin, Ghost Rider, Rambo, Slayer, and Giban are the remainder finishing drivers.
Well, don't let us rest, do they?
No, they don't. Never. Never do. But that was a great race. I mean, what we're going to do next, the final thing we've got to do, who would you put as your driver of the day, Mr. Mond?
I know it's obvious because you know he won the race, but I'll have to say Reese.
Yeah, I was just thinking who else we've seen. I mean, we saw that fantastic battle with Nick, with Carl, with Ryan, with Calvin, and Anton as well. And I think that I could probably give it to some of those guys because of that fantastic racing we had. But yeah, I think the way that Reese charged down the two Haas drivers and then took the victory, I think I'm going to have to second with that one just and say Reese is going to be our unanimous driver of the day, first time this year. And now we can breathe calmly.
Relax.
Exactly. Yes. And prepare ourselves for Tier 3, Tier 4 on Wednesday evening from 7 p.m. We will be live here, of course. If you haven't already subscribed, then hit subscribe, ring the bell, and you'll get updates and notifications of when all of the MRC races go live.
Doesn't take long to subscribe.
It doesn't at all. Doesn't take long to subscribe. Doesn't take long to hit the share button or hit the like.
Less than 10 to the second.
Exactly that. Less than the gap between Seppi and Dynamite over the line. And all that's left to say is thank you everybody for watching us this evening. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as we have. We're about to go and have a lie down. We hope you've enjoyed it. Watch it back if you will. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell the dog. And we will see you soon. Thank you so much, Andrew, for joining me.
Not a problem. Thanks again for having me.
Anytime, my friend. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for taking part. Thank you to all the drivers. And we will see you Wednesday evening, as we mentioned, for Tier 3, Tier 4. And then Friday for MRC X Tier. And, of course, on next week we are going to the Miami Dolphins car park for the Miami Grand Prix. So don't miss it. And we will see you soon. Good evening and good night, everybody.
No worries. Take care.